everyone, and welcome to the Bathtub here at Bath High School Gymnasium, where tonight the Bath Wildcats will host the St. Mary's Roughriders in a Western Buckeye League contest. I'm Dan Hirn along with AJ Lisi, and the Wildcats come into this ballgame 8-2. They're 2-1 inside conference play under the direction of 10th-year head man Doug Davis, and they are taking on the St. Mary's Roughriders, who are 4-7 and 1-2 inside the Western Buckeye League under the direction of Dan Hegemeyer. And AJ, we talked before this ball game, the St. Mary's Roughriders will face an athletic Bath Wildcat team tonight.
Yes, Bath comes in. They're very athletic. They're very quick, and they're gonna get it right in your face. They're gonna pressure you. They're gonna trap you, and they're gonna cause Wilson, the point guard, to turn that ball over, which for Bath, that creates their offense. Mm-hmm. All those turnovers create their offense, and that's how they win the games.
That's something that Wilson has struggled with, as have all the St. Mary's Roughriders. The Bath Wildcats are coming off a 62-45 win over Spencerville. It's their 5th straight win, and this is the first of 3 home games they'll have here in a row. They come in averaging 62 points a game while holding opponents to just 52, and they are led by senior Terrence Sullivan. And tell us a little bit about what you've seen from Sullivan, AJ.
Sullivan's a real deal. He is going to the University of Findlay next year. He averages 21.6 points a game, 8 rebounds a game, and he does it all on the court. He'll score from anywhere, whether it's from 28 feet or from 2 feet.
Right.
He'll score.
And that's not where the Bath offense ends. Fortunately for Doug Davis, he has some other contributors as well.
Colin Gossard, he's another scorer. He's an outside shooter. The way Bath's offense is, the way their offense goes is it's dribble penetration, quick out for that three-point shot. They've shot 221 three-pointers this year. They've made 73 for 33%. So that's their offense right there. Also, Andrew Renner, another kid that's a good three-point shooter. He has shot 54 of their shots. He's made 17. So they can all shoot. So it's just a matter of St. Mary's trying to locate those shooters so they don't get into a hole.
St. Mary's has struggled putting together 4 consecutive quality quarters. They're coming off a 49-47 loss versus Piqua. That's a ball game that St. Mary's led 42-27 late. Well, early in the 4th quarter, they weren't able to hold on for that win despite 13 points from Fitzgerald. So that's a team that's been their issue, is not putting together a complete game.
And you look at Piqua. Piqua's kind of Piqua is similar to Bath. They're very athletic. They really get after you. So it's going to be a test early on to see if any of the effects from the Piqua game will show tonight.
Let's go ahead and take a look at the starting lineup for the Bath Wildcats. They're the home team. Actually, we'll look at the Roughriders first. And the Roughriders led by Isaac Fitzgerald, who's their leading scorer. He comes in averaging 9 points a game. And there you see just one senior in that starting lineup. Conversely, the Wildcat lineup looks like this. And they're heavy with seniors. They have 4 seniors in their starting lineup, including Hayden Atkins, Colin Gossard, Terrence Sullivan, and Trent Jones. There's your 4 seniors, and you throw in Renner, who is a wild card kind of in this lineup.
And Renner's the key right now. He's the point guard. He's the one that controls everything, and he's the wild card, as Dan Hegemeyer said. If they continue and watch what Renner does, St. Mary's is going to be successful tonight.
Well, the Wildcats are 2-1 inside conference play. That puts them in that mix of 6 teams at the top of the conference. The Roughriders are 1-2, and as we mentioned, 4-7 overall. So they are looking for a consistent performance from beginning to end tonight, something that they have had problems getting so far this year. The ball will come down to the Roughriders. And there you see that Wildcat defense as Sullivan tried to poke that ball away. Czar with it. They kick it to Jay, who tries the three-pointer, and it won't go. He is a long-distance threat.
Good rebound by St. Mary's. And Jay for 3.
Can't get it to fall here, and it'll be corralled by Bath on the far side. That's Gossard, and he's fouled. Talking to Coach Davis before the game, he talked about Colin Gossard and Terrence Sullivan. They've been friends since kindergarten. Grown up together.
And that's good. That builds chemistry amongst the team members. Knowing who you are if you've played since you were in kindergarten.
To the baseline, and Jones will put it up and in. So the first points of the night come for Trent Jones.
Full court man-to-man.
Riders will reset as Wilson has it out near the center stripe.
Don't be surprised if Bath uses that full court man-to-man and makes it a run and jump type defense. Try to pressure Wilson and St. Mary's to turn the ball over.
Wilker with it on the right wing. They work it around to Wilson. Wilson drew the double team momentarily. Now he'll drive into the lane, kicks it left side. Czar will try the three, won't go. And thus far, St. Mary's 0 for 3 from outside the arc.
Coach Hagemeyer said they wanted to jump out quick as far as getting some scoring on the board. Try to rattle Bath, and so far it hasn't happened.
They're definitely going to have to get some fire from outside. This ball tipped and nearly taken away by Sullivan, but back in the hands of the Riders.
Give credit to St. Mary's. They're slowing down the tempo, making Bath play that half-court defense.
Three-pointer on the way, no good. The rebound there for Wilker, it won't go. So the Riders with a few opportunities so far, but they have not been able to connect. Sullivan with the long distance, won't go. And Fitzgerald there. And you said it before the game, AJ, he's not afraid to shoot from out there.
No, he isn't.
Jay will try to answer at the opposite end. That one won't go, and Sullivan with the board. Boy, the Riders have not gotten what they desperately needed, and that's outside shooting. And they've had some good opportunities so far.
They've gotten some good looks and some offensive rebounds. They've had the opportunities. It's just there's a lid on that basket right now on the St. Mary's end.
Derek Jay will check out of the ball game as Josh Young goes in. Young is a 6'1 junior. His pass to Wilson. Wilson goes to Czar in the corner. Back out top, Wilson. Boy, Bath has been in the face of the Riders so far. That ball tipped by Gossard and taken away. Back across court to Sullivan. His dish to Gossard on the baseline, up and in. You think those guys have played together before?
They got ESP, I'll tell you that. Like I said earlier, their defense creates their offense, and right there just shows.
Fitzgerald will inbound on the side court. Young looking for help. Hands off Wilson. He drives to the baseline. He gets shut off, and then the ball taken away by Andrew Renner. And his pass off the mark and scooped up by Wilker. Wilker to the other end, off the glass, and he has St. Mary's first points of the night.
Nice take by Wilker. Something you don't see a whole lot from St. Mary's is a man-to-man defense. They're really putting pressure on Bath, which is it's a good thing.
Jones kicks it out to Gossard. He'll drive in the lane, throws up the jumper, won't go. Jones there with the board. He kicks it back out top to Sullivan. Sullivan with the dish to Gossard, who tries the three from the right side. It won't go. Jones there. And his putback blocked. And the shot attempt then by Renner is no good. It'll go out of bounds, but stay with Bath. Neither team really lighting it up offensively so far.
No, each team's had plenty of opportunities.
Sullivan dribbles, throws up the jumper, it won't go. And the rebound collected by Fitzgerald. Wilker over to Fitzgerald, now back down to the corner. They get it underneath to Czar. He turns, throws it up, and he's got 2, and we're back to even at 4 apiece.
Nice post up by Czar. I tell you, he's a big kid. If he gets position, there's not a lot of kids that can stop him.
Got a bit of a hook on that one. Here's Gossard into the lane, and
nice pass.
Just did get rid of that ball. The shot by Renner is no good. Sullivan now will end up with it, and his shot is from just inside the arc.
Here comes a run and jump.
Fitzgerald with it in the corner. Czar takes a dribble, backing in against Jones. His pass taken away. Sullivan with it to the other end. Renner from the corner, no good. Underneath to Jones, and that one off his fingertips and out of bounds. Sullivan had the right idea, that execution just off the mark a little bit.
It was a nice pick and roll, and Jones was rolling the basket, just couldn't connect.
Wilson will bring it up court for St. Mary's. They trail by 2 with just under 2 minutes to play, first quarter. Wilson tracks that one down near the center circle. Wilker looking for help. He'll take a dribble. Boy, Bath's defense just not allowing very many openings for the Riders right now. Czar has that one poked away, but it'll go out of bounds and back to St. Mary's.
But the one thing, Dan, is St. Mary's is very methodical as far as their offense. They try not to waste opportunities, and it's a good thing that the pace is slowed down because the way Bath plays. They like to play kind of an up-tempo game.
Right.
You slow it down, it pretty much falls into St. Mary's hands to win this game.
Some teams might be rattled by having to take this long to get a shot opportunity.
Right.
St. Mary's is not one of those teams.
And that's Dan Hagemeyer's philosophy since he's coached at so many schools. I mean, it's the same thing. Whether you're running a flex offense or whatever, it's his type of philosophy.
3 ball on the way, no good. Rebound by Czar. That was Josh Bishop with that shot. He just entered the ball game along with number 21 Dylan Burkholder. And now a sub for St. Mary's as Zach Wilker will check into the game, and he'll give Czar a breather.
And right now, I mean, Bath's importance right now offensively is that three-point shot. Right now, they're not hitting any of their three-point shots right now.
Gossard will take the jumper, and he gets it to fall. And that ends a bit of a stretch where neither team was putting points on the board. .25 seconds left first quarter. Wilson into the lane, lobs it to the right side. It'll go out of bounds, but it was poked by the Wildcats before it floated out of bounds. Fitzgerald looking for an inbound. Wilker on the baseline, lobs it cross court. Young, now 8 seconds left. Wilson thought about the 3. They go underneath. Wilker looking for help. They lob it out. Wilson, he's going to have to shoot it, and he won't get it off in time. And after 1 quarter of play, the Bath Wildcats with an 8-4 edge here at the Bathtub. You're watching high school basketball on Game Face Ohio.
Who do I call?
Since 1946, home and business owners have trusted Frost Roofing to help make the best roofing decision for their home, building, and budget.
Do you guarantee your work?
With an industry-leading 50-year labor and materials guarantee on select CertainTeed shingles, Frost Roofing has you covered.
So, what if I decide to move?
Frost will transfer this incredible warranty to the new owners, increasing the value of your home.
Church, home, or business, Frost Roofing offers you the comfort of knowing your roofing system is guaranteed by a professional roofing contractor.
High-speed internet.
TSC offers 5 high-speed internet packages, and we have one that's just right for you, no matter how much or how little you use the internet.
24/7 free local technical support, and if you require a service call, you'll be pleased to know that we keep our appointments.
Bundle your high-speed internet with your phone and cable and save big money with our Emerge plan.
Ask about high-speed internet from TSC today.
Give us a call and see. It's easy as 1, 2, 3, call TSC.
Back here at Bath High School Gymnasium, not quite the offensive explosion we thought we might see early on here. The St. Mary's defense holding Bath to just 8 points in that first quarter.
Part of it's got to do with, both teams are not shooting very good, but I point it all to Dan Hagemeyer's offensive philosophy right now, being very methodical, slowing down the pace, and it's really pointing towards St. Mary's staying in this game.
Mm-hmm. The points are coming from where we expected them to come from. Sullivan and Gossard have the points for Bath.
Yeah, with Sullivan, Gossard with 4 and Sullivan with 2. So
Gossard with it left side.
And Jones has got the other 2.
Sullivan will take a dribble to the foul line. Dishes left side to Gossard. He'll try the 3, and he got it.
You got to find those shooters. That is important right now for St. Mary's.
That pass up court intended for Wilson, slapped out of bounds by Burkholder. So Czar, Jay, Wilker, and Wilson out there for St. Mary's. Jay goes underneath to Czar. Czar with the move in the lane, throws it up. He got it off the glass, and he'll get the foul.
Pulled a little Kareem Abdul-Jabbar there and banked it in.
Yep. Hayden Atkins back into the ballgame. He'll give Andrew Renner a break. And Czar to the stripe. And he got it to fall. So those are big points for the Roughriders. They trail 11-7 here. Early part of this second quarter. Sullivan underneath the Gossard. Gossard with a nice pass into the lane, and Hayden Atkins.
Nice cut to the basket.
These guys are well aware of where their teammates are.
Well, with 4 seniors on this team that played together for years and years and years, that's your chemistry right there. And
right.
That makes a big difference for a high school team.
Jay with it on the far side. He'll dribble out top of the key. Takes it down the left side, now looking for help. Gets it back out to Wilson. Underneath, they try to go to Czar. That one tipped away, but back into the hands of Jay. Wilker with it in the corner. He will dribble left side and a shove underneath. And that's going to go on Dylan Burkholder.
He's trying to keep Czar out of there. I'll tell you, Czar's a big boy in there.
Right.
And it's tough. He gets good position in there.
Czar will have a little more trouble now trying to get in there, and Trent Jones checks back into the game. They match up a little bit better size-wise. Six-point edge for Bath. But the Riders with the ball. Jay with it. Underneath Czar. Kicks it back out, and Fitzgerald will try the 3, and he got it.
Nice look by Czar. Nice look.
That cuts the deficit to 3.
That's Fitzgerald's 18-3 for the year. So you got to locate him.
Yeah, he's the leader in that. Well, I take that back. That match with Derek J.
Yeah.
Nice move by Sullivan underneath to put 2 more on the board. That gives him 4.
Sullivan just showed how athletic he is right there.
And miscommunication there between Wilson and Jay.
And that contributes to the type of defense Bath runs. I mean, right there, they ran a run and jump to trap Wilson there, and it turns the ball over.
Right.
St. Mary's can't afford those turnovers right now. They're within 5 here. They can't allow those turnovers to happen.
Yeah, they were fortunate that Bath came out cold shooting-wise, as they did. And now they have an opportunity to stay in this one. Whistle and a foul on the far side of the court. Looks like it's going to be on Wilson. That's his first foul. 3 team fouls now for the Roughriders. Gossard will get a break as Renner checks back into the game. Sullivan with it near the center circle.
Trying a little pick and roll with Jones there.
Jones trying to get position.
And they got a mismatch down underneath because they got Zur up on Sullivan. So they're trying to get Jones with that mismatch down underneath.
Renner. And that one nearly taken away by Wilson. Ends up in the hands of the Wildcats. Underneath, the shot no good, and the rebound collected by the Roughriders. Wilson pushes it up the near side of the court. He'll go to the baseline. Nice pass to Fitzgerald. And then outside for the 3, and good for Josh Young. So the deficit is now 2 for the Roughriders. Down the left side of the lane, and a foul. That's going to be number 2 on Wilson. As Renner made a move to the hoop. Now, AJ, they've got Czar out near the top of the key defensively. What's the strategy there as opposed to having him down underneath with Jones?
What they're trying to do is when they set, they're setting a pick right there. Czar's trying to go out to hedge that pick is what they call it. So that way Sullivan can't just dribble right to the basket. If he hedges that pick, he stops it, but you got to get back to your man. You got to cover, like Jones coming on the roll. He's going to get the bucket because he's going to have a mismatch right there. So that's what they're trying to do here. With the height advantage Bath has over St. Mary's, they feel they can do that.
Wilson with it. Nice pass underneath. Wilker not able to do much with that one. They'll kick it back out to the outside.
Little run and jump.
Fitzgerald backing in, kicks it back outside. Young will try another 3. He's hit another one.
And that's the problem Bath's going to run into. If they're going to run and jump, they got to locate those shooters, and Young is making them pay for it right now.
The St. Mary's has finally found their outside shot, but Sullivan is all by himself. Won't go. Rebound collected by Wilker. It's been a good series of trips down court for the Roughriders.
They're cashing in on the opportunities that Bath's giving them right now, and that's why they're tied up right now.
Wilson left side. Young will try another 3 off the mark. And Wilker will be tagged with the foul as he got tangled up with Hayden Atkins. Sullivan's going to check out of the game as Gossard checks back in. Tied at 16 with 2:19 left in the half.
Good defense by Young.
Well, he has been a big contributor off the bench. And another turnover for Bath. So the ball back over to the Rough Riders with a chance to take the lead.
St. Mary's playing some great defense right now, getting right in their face. They're not afraid of Bath, I will say that.
Wilker with it right side, outside Fitzgerald, and now that pass taken away. Atkins steps in front of it. He'll hand it off to Bishop. His shot blocked out of there.
Nice defense by Fitzgerald.
And Wilker all by himself. He can't get it to go. Missed opportunity there for Wilker.
I love the heart St. Mary's is showing right here. They're not.
3 up and good for Bishop.
They're not letting Bath get anything right now.
Czar with it near the top of the key, over to Fitzgerald. Young will try the 3. It won't go. Rebound by Bath. It'll be Gossard to push it up the left side. He goes into the lane. Over to the corner. 3 on the way by Renner, no good. The put back up and in for Hayden Atkins. And just like that, the Wildcats push the lead back out to 5.
That's pushing it up the floor, getting it up there, and St. Mary's being caught off guard.
Underneath, Czar, backing in against Jones. Moves to the hoop. His shot won't go, and it's rebounded by Jones with 22 seconds left in the half. Gossard to the other end. Back out top to Jones. Bishop down the left side, and Atkins will get another deuce. 6 for Atkins tonight. Time expires as Fitzgerald's shot comes up short, and we will go to the break with the Bath Wildcats on top by a score of 23-16. You're watching high school basketball on Game Face Ohio.
Owen Kitchen and Bath Showroom has been family owned and operated since 1990. We can help you from start to finish with your entire project. Let one of our professional designers put the final touches on your project. Owen Kitchen and Bath now has 2 showrooms to better serve you in Wapakoneta and Lima. Owen Kitchen and Bath, cabinetry that will take your breath away at prices that won't.
It's easy as 1, 2, 3. Just call on TSC. Part of your community. TSC. It's as easy as it can be.
Telephone, TV, internet too. We make it all so easy for you. Locally owned, fast service and more. We've got what you're looking for.
TSC. Give us a call and see. It's easy as 1, 2, 3. Call TSC.
Halftime here at Bath High School, and the Wildcats on top by a score of 23-16, thanks to a 7-point run to end the half. In the final 2 minutes and 54 seconds, the Wildcats built their lead after St. Mary's had battled back to tie things up at 16 apiece. And despite the score, AJ, a pretty strong performance defensively for St. Mary's in the first half.
Yeah, I mean, typically Dan Hagemeyer will play a zone against you. He usually comes out with a 3-2 zone or a 1-3 chaser. Comes out in the man-to-man. I'll tell you what, he's really taking it to Bath right now with all the athletic athletes they have on that team. He's really shown that he could play toe-to-toe with them right now.
Well, the leading scorers for Bath coming into tonight's ball game were Sullivan and Gossard. and they've provided about half of the points so far for Bath. Sullivan with just 4 points, and he didn't even play for the about the last 2 minutes of the first half, but he's been actively involved in their offense, obviously. And Gossard with 7 points for Bath.
And a lot of Gossard's points have come off the three, and it's because Sullivan's getting him the ball. He's finding him right there in the corner for that three, and he's hit 2 threes to give him his 7 points right there.
The St. Mary's Roughriders helped out offensively by some of their bench play as Josh Jones came off the bench for the Roughriders and hit a couple of big threes.
He's a big spark right now. I mean, he hit those 2 threes, got St. Mary's, got the momentum back to St. Mary's. St. Mary's right now offensively is really slowing down the pace. Methodically, they are running an offense to where they get a good shot, they're going to get a good shot. And right now they're making those shots, and it's really hurting Bath right now.
We'll take a break here. When we come back, the start of the second half. The St. Mary's Roughriders in Lima tonight to take on the Bath Wildcats in a Western Buckeye League game. And you have it here on Game Face Ohio.
College is getting more and more expensive, and the students of Wapakoneta need help now more than ever to make college more affordable. There has been an organization who has given more than $500,000 in scholarships since 1972, and 19 students in the graduating class of 2013 received a total of $13,000 thanks to your generous contributions. They administer scholarships funded by local organizations. This organization used to be called Dollars for Scholars, but has changed its name to the Wapakoneta Community Scholarship Fund. The fund is asking you to write a tax-deductible donation of $25 or more to provide scholarships for students at Wapakoneta High School. If you want to invest in the future of our city and country, please support the Wapakoneta Community Scholarship Fund. The future is in our students' hands.
Combine internet, telephone, and cable, and what do you get? Big savings. That's right. With TSC's bundling package, Emerge, you can combine your high-speed internet, telephone, and cable and save lots of money. Watch the convenience emerge, watch the great service emerge, and watch your savings emerge. So call today and bundle all of your services with the local company you know and trust, TSC.
TSC. Give us a call and see. It's easy as 1, 2, 3. Call TSC.
St. Mary's will have the ball to start the second half. They have a 7-point deficit to make up as they trail the Wildcats 23-16. A 7-0 run to end the first half for the Wildcats gave them the edge. It'll be Fitzgerald, Wilson, Wilker, Czar, and Shea on the court for the Roughriders. Jay will have it near the center circle. Bath will counter. Excuse me, go ahead.
Here comes that run and jump defense, Dan.
Bath has their same starting lineup to start the second half as they did the first. Jay will try the long three-pointer, and it won't go. It'll be tipped out of bounds off the hand of Czar. Hayden Atkins, Andrew Renner, Colin Gossard, Terrence Sullivan, and Trent Jones, the 5 on the floor for the Wildcats. Renner with it, kicks it over to Sullivan on the right side. He will dish to the corner. That's Gossard. And Coach Hagemeyer liking what his defense has been able to do here. Slow down this Bath offense out of the gate here in the second half.
I think he called that too, Dan.
Sullivan called bank. Here's Wilson to the other end off the glass. His shot won't go. Gossard out in front. The dish back to Jones. He's got heavy coverage in the lane. He'll get it out of there, though. And now Renner will try the three, and he got it.
That's bread and butter, that three-point shot.
They have expanded their lead, and now a steal by Gossard. He'll go back up with it and lays it in. That's going to prompt the timeout for Coach Hagemeyer. 31-16, Bath jumps out to a quick lead here in this early stages of this second half. They ended the first half strong, and they've started this second half strong. The Roughriders seem to have things figured out somewhere in the middle of the second quarter.
Well, the thing right now is hurting them is they're getting the turnovers off their press. And right there, as you saw, St. Mary's turned the ball over off their press, and they got an easy bucket. I mean, that's their bread and butter also as far as their offense. Their defense creates their offense.
Well, the Roughriders have averaged 15 turnovers a ball game. And they've got to limit those turnovers here tonight if they're going to be able to hold on and make a rally here. Active crowd. 31-16 in favor of the Wildcats.
I don't know if the crowd's it's superhero night or it's Patriots Broncos night. I'm not sure yet.
Czar underneath. His shot rims out, and it'll come down to the Wildcats. St. Mary's has missed a couple of up-close opportunities.
And those were the opportunities they were cashing in on earlier.
Bath with the ball. St. Mary's still looking for their first points of this second half, and another three-pointer for the Wildcats. This time, Andrew Renner with it.
It's pretty simple, Dan. With their offense, all they do is they penetrate and they kick out for a three. And that's their offense.
Czar gets the wide-open layup to give St. Mary's their first bucket of the second half. Another three-pointer on the way. Renner's shot no good. Jay will get the rebound.
Bass still picks him up man-to-man, full court.
Up court quickly. Fitzgerald off the glass. He's got two more.
Way to recognize the defense and see the open guy.
To the other end, Gossard off the glass for two.
Right now, this is not the pace St. Mary's wants to go with. This is playing right into Bath's hands right now.
Fitzgerald with a three. Can't get it to go. And then a foul on the rebound as Wilker had good position and came down with it. Foul is going to go on Gossard. That's his first. Czar with the jumper. It'll rattle off. Saved by Hayden Atkins.
Oh, good play. Good hustle by St. Mary's.
Gossard with it right side. To the left, and Renner will try the long three. That's no good. Gets his own rebound. That one will be slapped. And it goes off the wall. It'll go over to St. Mary's, I believe. Nope, excuse me.
Renner this half shot 5 threes. He's made 3, so they got to locate him right now.
Turnover here for Bath as Jones lost the handle on that one.
And that was one key Dan Hagemeyer said is Renner's the wild card. Right now he's making a difference in the second half.
Wilson can't get the layup to fall. They had a wide open look though. To the other end, and Sullivan with another one off the glass. That's the largest lead of the night now for the Wildcats.
And they're still coming after you. There's another turnover. Oh, nice hustle by Welker.
Fitzgerald collects it in the corner. And now Jay going to draw a foul over on the far sideline. That foul will go on Renner. Jones will check out of the game.
Nice.
Czar. Boy, St. Mary's has found a way to get behind the defense.
Well, that was set up by a nice back screen by Wilker and got Czar right open for that layup.
Renner with it right side, out top to Sullivan. Dylan Burkholder into the game. He came in the place of Jones. Sullivan will try the long three. That one won't go. And Wilson bailed out there as that ball goes off Renner's foot. Czar looking for help, now takes a dribble. Throws it up to Wilker. Wilker, and his pass intended for Wilson on the far side goes out of bounds.
Another missed opportunity by St. Mary's there.
Under 3 minutes to play here in the third quarter. Gossard lobs it cross court. Sullivan. Sullivan will take the long three. It won't go. And the rebound pulled down by the Riders. He is not afraid to shoot it from outside, is he?
No, he's not afraid.
Fitzgerald with it in the corner. Underneath Czar and the foul, and that'll be on Burkholder. And for him, that's number 3.
Now, Fitzgerald recognized the mismatch underneath and got Czar the ball. And I'll tell you, like I said, if Czar posts up strong, he's going to score every time down there with that mismatch.
Inbound. Derek J will try the three. It's off the mark, and Sullivan pulls it down for Bath. Up court quickly. Gossard lays it up and in. Boy, Bath has an ability to turn a missed shot into points at the other end very quickly.
And that's because they're just athletic. They're athletes. And the chemistry's there too. They know what they've played with each other enough that they know what their moves are.
St. Mary's can't get a bucket there on 2 attempts. Sullivan with a nice dish to Gossard on the baseline, and 2 more for that combo. That'll give Gossard 15 on the night. A minute and a half to play, third quarter. Fitzgerald takes a dribble to the right side. Underneath to Wilker, and Wilker, and it's a timeout going to be called here. I believe Coach Hagemeyer calls the timeout with 1:21 left third quarter. And this third quarter has not gone the way the Rough Riders had hoped it would, as Bath has built on what was a 7-point edge, and they're out now to a 21-point lead.
Well, Bath started to figure out we need to play our style of ball. And their style of ball is run, 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 push that ball up the court. And it's paid off. I mean, right now in this third quarter, it's 20-6 in favor of the Bath Wildcats. So that's pretty much why they're up by 21 right now.
Right. And as you mentioned at the onset, they've been able to create opportunities for their offense with their defense. And the key has been cashing in on those chances.
Right.
Josh Young will inbound. He came into the ball game in the second quarter and dropped in six points from outside the arc.
Nice pass.
Fitzgerald with an easy deuce. Zach Wilker also into the game for the Rough Riders. So both Wilkers out there, Young, Wilson, and Fitzgerald.
Nice defense by St. Mary's. Sullivan couldn't find a man because St. Mary's is playing nice defense there.
And this pass, I think he was looking for Fitzgerald, but it's intercepted by Gossard, and then Sullivan with the flush.
If Michael Jordan was judging this, it would have been a 10.
Yeah. Wilker over to Young. He tries the three. He got it. Boy, he has him lighting it up from outside the arc.
He's got a nice shot.
To the baseline, Burkholder off the glass. That's Burkholder's first 2 of the night. That's Isaiah Frazier over there on the floor. He just came into the ball game. They move it up court quickly to Bishop. He'll lob it over to Sullivan, who throws up the jumper. No good, and Wilker there with the board. That will end the third quarter of play, and a third quarter that was completely owned by the Bath Wildcats. After 3, the Wildcats up by 20. You're watching high school basketball on Game Face Ohio.
Strength is about so much more than the body. It's about being together, serving, sharing, and caring for those around us. It's about keeping score in the heart rather than on a scoreboard. Be a part of a community that builds more than your body. At the Wapakoneta Family YMCA.
Sure, you don't need a set-top box to watch cable, but without one, you're not getting everything your TV has to offer. Add a set-top box from TSC to your television and get more channels. Get a channel guide that tells you all about the shows. Run multiple devices through one universal remote, and you can even add DVR and HD channels. Get everything your TV has to offer with a set-top box. Call TSC and ask for your set-top box today.
It's easy as 1, 2, 3, call TSC.
Back here for the start of the final frame. It's the Wildcats on top by a 47-27 score here in Bath High School. And the Wildcats put together just a fantastic third quarter as they outscored St. Mary's 16. I'm sorry, that was 24-11. So a strong third quarter for the Wildcats to take control of this game.
Yeah, they scored more in the third quarter than they did the first half.
Right. Gossard will take the inbound pass. That's Frazier into the lane, and he's going to be fouled. That's Fenwick, Derek Fenwick, 5'8" senior. So Fenwick just into the ball game. He picks up the foul. That's Bishop into the lane, throws up the jumper, no good. Rebound, Wilker. And Wilker's put together a strong game. He only has a couple of points, but he's been involved in a lot.
No, he's diving on the floor, he's staying with it. I mean, he's got a pretty good game.
That one off the glass for Frazier. He has his first 2 of the night. Zink into the ball game as well for the Roughriders.
Nice
That's
pass.
Fitzgerald wide open underneath.
Nice pass.
Gossard down the right side of the lane, no good. And there again you see Wilker on defense, and he didn't back down at all.
St. Mary's has got heart. I mean, that's really what they're showing right now, is a lot of heart.
Three-pointer on the way, no good. Wilker with the rebound, back out top. Young with it, goes over to Fitzgerald.
Nice move.
Nice move by Fenwick, and he floats it up and in.
Little guy showing he's not afraid.
Frazier, he'll try the 3. Won't go, and the rebound for St. Mary's. We're going to see some guys, AJ, that you don't, that haven't seen a lot of playing time so far this year, because these are 2 teams that really don't go that deep into their bench.
Right. It's a good opportunity for some of these young kids to show what they really can do, and hey, you never know. I mean, as the season winds down, you might see a little more playing time.
Wilker with it right side. He dribbles to the right side of the lane, throws up the shot, and that went off the mark, and a foul going to be called underneath. I think Matt Zink is the guilty party there.
That's his second.
So out come the Wildcats here. 5.5 to play. Jumper up by Sullivan. Not good. And the rebound collected by Czar, who's just back into the ball game. Wilker looking for help. Can't get it, and Sullivan takes it away. Up court quickly. And that was Chase Clark, sophomore guard.
Once again, they create the turnover off their defense to create their offense.
Wilker will get a break as Wilson checks back into the game. Jumper up, and no good for Atkins. Wilson brings it back down to the other end. Dish to the corner, Young. Underneath they go to Czar. A little bit too tall. Back outside to Young. They work it around the perimeter. Wilson will try the jumper. It's no good, and the rebound collected by Atkins. Atkins with a move to the hoop. Now he throws it back out to Frazier. Jumper up, no good. Rebound to St. Mary's. And another turnover created by that Bath defense. Sullivan to Bishop in the corner. He'll try the three. No good. And a foul on the rebound as Frazier got a little bit too much of Derek Fenwick.
That's the big key in the second half so far is Sullivan penetrating and just kicking at that corner. And Renner, that's what got it going. Renner was hitting those three-pointers in the corner.
Well, we talked about him being the wild card, and he came up aces for Bath tonight. Czar in the lane. His shot won't fall, and it's collected by Gossard. Gossard at the top of the key. He'll dribble over to the left side, hand it off to Clark. And a whistle and a foul, and it looks like Young's going to be tagged with that foul.
The thing going on right now, Dan, this is the way St. Mary's is playing in the first half. You see how defensively they're really into them. They're not allowing a lot of shots going.
Sullivan, he's going to draw a foul up top. Just into the ball game is Jared Naus. And he will pick up the foul. Gossard with a nice dish to Atkins, but it's going to be swatted out of there. But not before he is fouled. And they're going to hand that one to Matt Zink. And for Zink, that's his third. Our next broadcast on Game Face Ohio will be Tuesday, January 21st. As Atkins drops in the first one. That will be a girls' high school basketball game as New Knoxville will be in Wapakoneta to take on the Redskins. We'll have that one for you. And all of our games available online on our Facebook channel as well as on the Game Face Network on TSC and available in Wapakoneta. Point lead now for the Wildcats. And Gossard poked that one out of bounds.
Right there, that just shows how physical and aggressive Bath is defensively. I don't know how many times, especially in the first half, how many times they got in their hand on the ball off a pass.
Nice pass underneath to Fitzgerald, but he can't get it to go. Gossard and Sullivan exit for the Wildcats. So Frazier, Bishop, Atkins.
Nice job.
Clark and Burkholder, the 5 on the floor for Bath. Frazier has it right side. He tries the long three. Got it. Now Bath got things going early in this half, and they have not slowed down. And Fitzgerald miscommunication there with Young, and that one goes out of bounds. Fitzgerald will check out of the ball game, and Zach Wilker checks back in for St. Mary's. AJ Bath is 2-1 inside conference play. They're going to improve to 3-1 tonight. There are 6 teams at the top of the WBL. As you see a foul underneath there, that are locked up in that 2-1 record inside league play, but that's going to shake itself out here in the next few days.
Yeah, the Defiance and OG play each other tonight, so that eliminates one. Right now, Salina's playing Wapakoneta. I mean, that could possibly take down another one, but in the next few weeks, you're going to see everything filter out as far as league. But Bath, I'll tell you, the way they're playing, they're a tough team to beat right now.
Right. Well, right now in the WBL, you're either in first place or you're not. That's just what it is.
That just shows the competitiveness in the WBL this year. Top to bottom, I mean, it's very competitive and very evenly matched teams, right?
Right. Under 2 minutes to play here in Bath High School Gymnasium, the bathtub. Bishop with the top of the key. Nice dish into the lane, and good effort by the Roughriders to take that one away. There's another steal. Off the hands of Zink, and that will go out of bounds.
Right there,
set up there for an opportunity.
Right there, that's the story of the second half. That's just the way things have gone for St. Mary's.
Right. Yeah, because he had a wide open look coming. Frazier between the circles for the Wildcats. Bishop into the lane, and he'll throw it up, no good. Rebound, Young. Fenwick stops, kicks it back out to Young. Over in the corner to go, and Zink tries the three. It won't go, and the rebound collected by Atkins. Under a minute to play now here in the fourth quarter. Frazier with a nice move to the baseline, and then
it's a nice play by Frazier.
Called for the foul, yep.
Jared Mouse was right there, set it right up. Very nice.
Here's Young. Into the lane, he lost the handle. And he draws a foul. They'll give that to Clark. So Chase Clark, the sophomore guard, picks up the foul. Young will try the three from deep in the corner, and it won't go. And a whistle and a foul. It looks like they're going to give that one to Fenwick. He and Frazier got tangled up underneath. Under 30 seconds to play here. So the Bath Wildcats have set themselves up pretty good. They're going to be 3-1 after tonight, so obviously they're still going to be in first place in the WBL. It'll just be a matter of how many teams they're tied with. They'll move to 9-2 overall, which ties them with Elida as having the best record overall in the conference.
Well, if Defiance wins, they'll be 9-2 overall.
You're right.
Too.
You're right.
So, but I mean, there's still a lot of games left. I mean, anything can happen.
Yeah, this is the St. Mary's team that if they can put a few quarters together, they can give some teams a hassle.
Yeah, I mean,
and this Bath team will be fun to watch.
I'll give credit to Coach Hagemeyer. He had his team ready to go the first half coming out, and it just Bath's quickness and athleticism caught up to him here in the second half, and it kind of went downhill from there.
Well, and Bath does not take their foot off the pedal. They are still going 100 miles an hour here late in this fourth quarter. So Bishop got the foul on the last shot. He'll go to the stripe. Young has it. 3 seconds. Zink will try the three. It's no good, and that will be the final shot. Your final score here from the bathtub tonight, it's the Wildcats 63 and the Roughriders 31. We'll be back to wrap this one up. You're watching high school basketball on Game Face Ohio.
This is man's greatest invention, the Whole House DVR from TSC. You'll never miss a second of your favorite program again because you can pause the show in one room and play it back in another, even while you're recording it. You watch different shows at the same time and pause, fast forward, and rewind from any set. You can even pause live TV. Man's greatest invention, the Whole House DVR from TSC. Just maybe not woman's greatest invention.
It's easy as 1, 2, 3, call TSC.
Who do I call?
Since 1946, home and business owners have trusted Frost Roofing to help make the best roofing decision for their home building and budget.
Do you guarantee your work?
With an industry-leading 50-year labor and materials guarantee on select CertainTeed shingles, Frost Roofing has you covered.
So, what if I decide to move?
Frost will transfer this incredible warranty to the new owners, increasing the value of your home.
Church, home, or business, Frost Roofing offers you the comfort of knowing your roofing system is guaranteed by a professional roofing contractor.
Back here at Bath High School Gymnasium, you see the final score there tonight. The Bath Wildcats with a 63-31 win over the St. Mary's Roughriders in a dominant third quarter, AJ, that really set up the distance for the Bath Wildcats.
Well, Bath figured out we needed to bust up in the tempo. They shot the tempo up, got some turnovers, got some three-pointers. They pretty much made the tempo their game. In the second half, it was their game.
Right. The Roughriders weren't able to keep up offensively as Bath just kept their foot on the pedal throughout the fourth quarter as well. They end up with a final score 63-31. Sullivan and Gossard, who came in, Sullivan averages 21 points a game. He finishes with only 12 tonight. But they got some contributions, obviously, from some guys around the court.
Right, and the one thing with Sullivan, I would say he had 6 or 7 assists because he set up Gossard in the corner for the threes. He set up Renner in the corner for threes, and that was the whole ignition as far as the second half goes. They started hitting the three-pointers that got them going, and from there it was clockwork.
Right, absolutely. Gossard finishes with 15. They had 10 from Frazier late in the game, and Renner comes in with 7 as well. For St. Mary's, Czar with 9. Young came in off the bench and hit 3 threes. two that got them close toward the end of the second quarter, but the St. Mary's just not enough offense in the second half.
In the second quarter, that's where St. Mary's started to find their groove. Defensively, that set them up. They really put the pressure on Bath as far as their man-to-man defense. And offensively, they were so methodical on how they were getting their shots, and it left Youngs right there to hit those 2 threes to tie the ball game at 16.
Right. Fitzgerald ends up on the night with 7, so there's your leading scorers for St. Mary's. And ultimately, it was just too much athleticism on the part of Bath for St. Mary's to handle, and Bath runs away with this one by a final of 63-31. We need to thank our director, Todd Utrup, our replay technician, John Peak, and our cameramen, Tony Perro, Josh Miller, Jim Miller, and Dylan Locke for taking care of us tonight. And we'll be back on Tuesday the 21st in Wapakoneta as New Knoxville comes in to take on the Redskins in girls high school basketball. We'll hope that you'll join us then. For AJ Lisi, I'm Dan Hearn. Thanks for joining us, everybody. Again, the final score here tonight, it was the Bath Wildcats 63 and the St. Mary's Roughriders 31. You've been watching high school basketball on Game Face Ohio.